Hello and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm James Brown. This is the start of an exciting season of stock car racing. Let's go trackside to the Australia Thunderdome and EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins.
Hello, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, coming to you from the Australia Thunderdome with the first round of the Stock Car Championship Series. An estimated 50,000 fans are on hand to watch the best drivers on the circuit challenge this tri-oval superspeedway. Looking at the track layout, notice the 24-degree bank corners off the back and front straights. That's where the action will be as drivers challenge for position coming out of the corner, going onto the high-speed straights.
I'm James Brown and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have a great day of stock car racing planned for you, so let's go now to the Vallejo Speedway in Southern California, where EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins is covering the action.
Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, coming to you today from California and the Vallejo Speedway. As we can see by the layout, this is a merciless course with as many twists and turns as a California freeway. There are good passing opportunities on the backstretch, but drivers will have to gear down fast when they hit that sharp hairpin. Ability to corner will count over speed in the long run.
Good evening and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm James Brown. We're all set for an exhilarating night of stock car racing. Let's go to EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins in Binghamton, New York for the race.
Good evening and welcome to Binghamton Speedway in Binghamton, New York. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports with round 3 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. Let's look at the layout for this night race. Oval track drivers should feel right at home thanks to the long curves and straightaways. Those who can rely on their instincts and who can get a feel for the track's quick turns will have a definite edge.
I'm James Brown and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have a sensational stock car race planned for you today. Let's head out to Switchback Hills, Colorado, home of Bridgeport Raceway, where EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins is set to call the action.
Welcome to Switchback Hills, Colorado, home of Bridgeport Raceway and round 4 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports. The air is thin up here at 5,000 feet, and despite that, Bridgeport is a fast course. As we look at the layout, notice the best passing opportunities are on the tight turns as drivers gear down. Anyone who wants to win here can't be afraid to go flat out on the straightaways and challenge for position on those wicked turns.
Hello, I'm James Brown and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have another electrifying day of stock car racing in the making. So let's get down to business and go to Glacier Fields in Reno, Nevada, where EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins has a live report.
Greetings, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports and welcome to Glacier Fields in Reno, Nevada and the 5th round of the Stock Car Championship Series. This is the halfway point in the championship drive, so expect to see some great racing as drivers try to better their point standings. As we look at the track layout, the start-finish line is on a long, wide section that offers a good chance to pass. Drivers should be prepared to roll the dice on the wide-open straightaways where there is room to break out of the pack.
Good afternoon, I'm James Brown and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have a spectacular day of stock car racing scheduled. Let's go trackside for a live report from EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins at Concord Pacific Place in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia.
Hello, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, way up north in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, host for the 6th round of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. As we look at the track layout, we can see this street course offers a challenging combination of high-speed straightaways and sharp hairpins. The best passing opportunities are on the long straights and the gentle curves leading into them.
Welcome to another day of exciting racing action. I'm James Brown coming to you from the EA Sports Studio. Let's go straight to the track where EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins will call the action from Kings Beach, just outside of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Good afternoon, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, reporting from Kings Beach, just outside of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with round 7 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. Let's see what the drivers have to face on this daunting track. Drivers will need to balance good cornering skills with the ability to take advantage of the 180-mile-per-hour straights.
Hello and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm James Brown. We're all set for an exciting day of stock car racing. Let's go trackside with EA Sports Racing analyst Bob Jenkins on the streets of Cincinnati, where there is plenty of excitement surrounding the upcoming race.
Good afternoon, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, and the action is coming to you from the streets of Cincinnati, where the top drivers in the country will be going head-to-head in Round 8 of the Stock Car Championship Series. Looking at the course layout, we see there are two straightaways that offer some passing opportunities, but drivers will have to gear down fast and ride the brakes when they hit the fiendish curves this course is famous for.
Greetings and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm your host, James Brown. We're set and ready for some thrilling stock car action. Let's go to Exhibition Place in Toronto, Canada, and our race analyst, Bob Jenkins.
Greetings and welcome to Exhibition Place, Toronto, Canada. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, bringing you Round 9 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. As we can see from the track layout, there are plenty of opportunities to reach top speeds on the straights, and the long, easy curve should offer passing opportunities. But be warned, there are some nasty surprises here. Road course drivers might have a slight edge, but watch the corners, for that's where the race will be won or lost.
Hi, I'm James Brown, welcoming you to another day of sensational racing action. This is the final event of this year's Stock Car Series. Let's go trackside to the Grand Rapids Motorsports Complex in Detroit, Michigan, where our EA Sports Racing analyst Bob Jenkins is covering the action.
Well, it's been a long road, but here we are, the 10th and final round of the Stock Car Championship Series. Hello, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, and welcome to the pride of Michigan racing, the Grand Rapids Motorsports Complex. Looking at the layout, we see this combination course has something for every driver. On the back straightaway, there is an extended passing opportunity, but the key to winning here is being able to balance aggressive driving tactics on the straightaway with the ability to face challenges and hold the line on the vicious curves. Another great season of stock car racing comes to a close. Pacific Car Competition and their lead driver lived up to early expectations and managed to triumph over the competition and win the Stock Car Championship. Congratulations to everyone over at Pacific. For EA Sports, I'm Bob Jenkins. See you next spring.
Hello and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm James Brown. We're all set to begin an exciting season of IndyCar racing. Let's go trackside to Vancouver, British Columbia, and EA Sports Racing analyst Derek Daly for the start of the Indy season.
Hello everybody, I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports, coming to you today from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, with the first round of the IndyCar Championship Racing Series. As we look at the track layout, you can see this street course offers a daunting combination of high-speed straightaways and twisting hairpins that will challenge even the very best of drivers. Now, the best passing opportunities are on the long straights and the gentle curves leading into them.
Good afternoon. I'm James Brown, and welcome to the EA Sports Studio, where we have a spectacular day of IndyCar racing scheduled. Let's go trackside for a live report from EA Sports Racing analyst Derek Daly in Canyonlands, Utah, and the Oasis Speedway.
Get ready for round 2 of the IndyCar Championship Racing Series. Hi, I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports, and today we're at the Oasis Raceway near rugged Canyonlands, Utah. Looking at the layout, we can see that this tough course starts off with a conventional straightaway, but quickly takes on the temperament of a desert rattlesnake as it twists and turns. Now, the key to victory here is to stay tight to the inside on the turns and then risk it all when a chance to pass comes along.
Welcome to another exciting day of racing. I'm James Brown, coming to you from the EA Sports Studio. We have another action-packed day of IndyCar racing for you. Let's go to EA Sports Racing analyst Derek Daly with an update from Kings Beach, just outside Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports, coming to you from Kings Beach near Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with round 3 of the IndyCar Championship Racing Series. As we look at the track layout with its high-speed straightaways and brutal turns, it's obvious why this course has a well-deserved reputation as one of the toughest on the circuit. Anyone who wants to win here needs to have good cornering skills and the ability to take advantage of the 200-mile-per-hour passing opportunities.
Hello and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm James Brown. We're all set for an exciting day of IndyCar racing. Let's go trackside with EA Sports racing analyst Derek Daly at the Grand Rapids Motorsports Complex in Detroit, Michigan.
Hello, I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports and welcome to Michigan and the Grand Rapids Motorsports Complex for round 4 of the IndyCar Championship Series. As we can see from the layout, this combination course has something for every style of driver. On the backfield straightaway, there is an extended passing opportunity. The key to winning here is being able to balance aggressive driving tactics on the straightaway with skill and cautious strategy on the curves.
Greetings and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm your host, James Brown. We are set and ready for some thundering IndyCar action. Let's go to Longhorn International Raceway near Carrizo Springs, Texas, and our race analyst, Derek Daly.
A big howdy from Longhorn International Raceway near Carrizo Springs, Texas. I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports with round 5 of the IndyCar Championship Racing Series. We're at the halfway mark of a great season and the championship is still anybody's game. As we check the track layout, the start-finish line is a long wide straightaway, then the going gets rough. The secret to bulldogging Longhorn is to avoid bump and run tactics on the curves and take advantage of the passing opportunities on the long, wide straightaways.
Hi, I'm James Brown, welcoming you to another day of sensational IndyCar racing. Let's go trackside to Exhibition Place in Toronto, Canada, where our EA Sports analyst Derek Daly is covering the action.
Hello and welcome to Exhibition Place, Toronto, Canada. I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports, bringing you round 6 of the IndyCar Championship Racing Series. Looking at the track layout for this street course, we can see plenty of opportunities for the big cars to gear up to top speed on these straights, and the long, easy curves should offer some passing opportunities. Now, experienced road racers, I think, might have a slight edge here because this race will be won or lost in the corners.
Good afternoon and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm James Brown. We're all set for another exhilarating day of IndyCar racing. Let's go to EA Sports racing analyst Derek Daly in Rome, Georgia, home of the Phalanx Sports Car course.
All roads lead to Rome. Rome, Georgia, that is, home of the Phalanx Sports Car course. Hello, I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports with round 7 of the IndyCar Championship Racing Series. Now with its columns, Phalanx looks more like a Roman Colosseum than a racetrack, but the Roman gladiators never had to face anything like this. Let's check the layout. Those mean-looking curves just happen to be on the narrowest parts of the track. The best strategy out there is to pass when you can because there are not many opportunities.
I'm James Brown and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have a sensational day of IndyCar racing planned for you. Let's head out to Oceanside International Raceway in Santa Cruz, California, where EA Sports racing analyst Derek Daly is set to call the action.
Hello, I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports and welcome to round 8 of the IndyCar Championship Racing Series at Oceanside International Raceway in Santa Cruz, California. As we can see by the layout, the track twists into a series of little curves that require good concentration and reflexes. And then the fun really starts. There are 4 tunnels, including one long curved monster where anything can happen. Drivers should use the course to their advantage and be prepared to block that inside racing line.
Hello, I'm James Brown and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have another electrifying day of Indy racing in the making. So let's get down to business. We're going to take you to Surfers Paradise in Queensland, Australia, and EA Sports racing analyst Derek Daly for a live report.
Good day, mates. I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports and welcome to the land down under and round 9 of the IndyCar Championship Racing Series. We're at Surfers Paradise, home of Australia's foremost street track. As we can see by the layout, The course is fast, but any advantage gained on those long straights can easily be lost on the 16 turns that give this track its fearsome reputation. The best strategy here is stay away from those concrete walls and go all out on those long straights.
Hi and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm your host, James Brown. This is the finale of this year's IndyCar season. Let's go to EA Sports Racing analyst Derek Daly for an update on today's race from the Maebashi circuit in Meisaka, Japan.
Good afternoon, I'm Derek Daly for EA Sports, coming to you from Maebashi Circuit in Meisaka, Japan, and the 10th and final round of the IndyCar Championship Racing Series. And let me tell you, there isn't a better track on the circuit to host this important race. Any car or driver that can survive this torture test has to be good. As we look at the layout, you can see there is no room for error here on this twisting, narrow course, and even less room to pass. The strategy to win at Maebashi can be summed up in just one word: survival. Another great season of IndyCar racing comes to a close. Pacific Car Competition and their lead driver did live up to early expectations and managed to triumph over the competition and win the IndyCar Championship. Congratulations to everyone over at Pacific. For EA Sports, I'm Derek Daly. I'll see you next spring.
Congratulations. You've been inducted into the EA Sports Hall of Fame. One of the first things you learn in driver school is the term apex. What is it?
It's where you should be meeting to in the corner. It's where your car should be to be proper to the next corner. It's basically, if you're hitting your apex, it means it's the optimum. You're in the optimum part of the corner where you should be, you know, for optimum speed coming off, going in, coming off.
And can you combine corners if you're in an S situation, a series of S's? Can you combine those corners to get through them quickly?
Sometimes it depends on how deep the corner is or how the corner is laid out. Yes, sometimes you can kind of straight shot a corner, especially like in a chicane situation. It depends on how tight the chicane is. You can sometimes almost straight shot it. If you do it right, you can get an advantage that way.
It's called different things. The stock car drivers might refer to it as a draft, and the IndyCar guys call it a tow. But what is it, and how can it be used in racing?
Well, a draft is used for basically you use it to pass with. You could come, especially on the oval tracks, we use it a lot more than you do on road course because the straightaways aren't as long on road courses, so you can't get the effect as much. But on the oval tracks, you can use it to your advantage to really come up, suck up on somebody and pass them. What it does is it creates a suction effect that when you come off a corner behind somebody, it makes you pick up speed because he's pulling you along. He's actually towing you down the straightaway, and you're actually traveling faster than him because of the towing effect that the car gives you in front of you. And
so you can actually feel that in the race car?
Yes, you can. You can actually, when you come off a corner, you're following somebody, you can actually feel yourself. You could feel the RPMs pull up on the car. You can actually feel it.
Passing, of course, is probably one of the most important things in racing, unless you lead from green to checkered. But is there a strategy on passing? Are there points that you look for that you can pass a slower person ahead of you?
Well, it's something that what you do when you pass and stuff, you check that out during practice and stuff. You start feeling it out. You see where the best passing opportunities are on certain tracks, and some tracks you suss that out. And the best areas to pass are definitely in the braking zones. You can really dive bomb underneath people, what you do is you late brake the person to the corner. You go in a few feet more than the other person, and then you just hold them out a little bit in the corner, and then you can overtake him. But that's usually the best places to overtake. Of course, you can overtake somebody coming onto a straightaway as well. If you're carrying more speed off the corner, you can usually set them up and pass them as you come off the corner. But usually the best places are going into the corner.
Do racing drivers have to be physically very fit to be on top of their game all the time?
I believe so, more so the last 3, 4, 5 years than ever before, because of the stress that is being put on your body nowadays, because we're going so fast around some of these racetracks now that physically it puts such strain. You know, the G-forces, some places we're putting 4.5 Gs on the body, and you know, the braking forces and the acceleration. We have so much horsepower nowadays. It's just it's amazing the stress that's put on your whole body, your legs, your arms, your neck, and yes, you need to be in shape.
Is there a big difference between the setup of, let's say, an oval and a road course?
No question. You know, they're very different. Obviously, on an oval, you only have to set up for a left-hand corner, so you're able to optimize the total setup just for turning left, whereas on a road course, you're more compromising left to right-hand, and you can't get the full potential just for a right-hander or a left-hander, and you have to compromise. So, yeah, it's a different type of setup.
Was your dad a hard competitor to race against on the track?
Yeah, he was, especially to pass. I think for me, there's never been anybody tougher to pass on a racetrack than Dad.
So did you ever get into any arguments when you go home about something that maybe he should have done or should have made things easier for you, or do you even expect that?
We had a few contacts, you know, along the way, which was expected, and you know, I blamed him for some things, he blamed me for some things, and it's just the way it always worked out. You know, it was okay.
Do you realize, Mario, how big a hero you are to so many motorsports fans?
Well, I don't know. It's tough for me to put it in those terms. I do have a lot of affection for the fans, because I receive letters every day, and throughout my career, you know, obviously you experience the highs and lows, and you're pretty much down, you know, in the valleys more than you're in the peaks. And people, but the true fans, they never wavered. They're always there to support you. You have no idea how much that means to you. But it's a lasting thing. You know, they usually, people say, well, you know, people that in general are fickle. Not really. Not really. You learn to think differently. Yeah. And I've had that experience.
Why the decision to race so many different types of cars? I mean, whether it's a sports car, Indy car, Formula One, stock car, why race so many different varieties?
I don't think I raced enough. I think if I would have had the chance, I would have raced in some motorcycles. I just really love, I truly enjoy my motor racing in general, right throughout my career. And to have the opportunity to drive in different disciplines, you know, was really something that I was not going to miss out.
Take us back a little bit and give me some of the memorable moments of Mario Andretti's career.
Well, I think there were phases in my career that provided memorable moments, such as just really accomplishing just championships, winning certain events. I always had such the dreams about Formula One, my Formula One days, and winning my first Formula One race in a Ferrari, for instance, and then going on and winning a world championship, winning Indianapolis, winning races like Daytona 500, 12 Hours of Sebring, events like that, being involved with the Ford program, the Le Mans Ford program, driving with all the drivers that were my heroes, you know, the Dan Gurneys, people like that. So, like I said, I've been blessed with a lot of great moments.
one in particular when you went back to Monza and drove the Ferrari Turbo and put it on the pole. I mean, that had to be a very special occasion to do that in Monza.
Well, here again, exactly, Monza being a venue, being a track where I saw my first Grand Prix in 1954, age 14, and then winning a Formula One race there, and then later on, actually my last Formula One experience, substituting for an injured driver there and putting the car on pole, a Ferrari on pole in Monza, you know. Again, with the type of reaction that you usually get from the Italian fans, it's just phenomenal.
I mean, that's as good as it gets.